Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Zero to Empire podcast. On this episode, I have Noah Hodgin, and he's a women's transformation specialist. And his target demographic is 35 to 55 years old. And I'm going to be talking about Noah's background, what actually got him into becoming a women's transformation specialist, and more. So, Noah, what actually sparked your passion for health and fitness from the beginning?
Well, I was a high school and college wrestler. I wrestled from the time I was basically 5 years old till a little bit after college, and that's what really showed me my interest for fitness. Was I was able to I saw that there was actually a way that I could actually make a living doing something that I loved, and that's helping people make a lifestyle change.
That's solid and that's very important, obviously, to stay healthy and be fit. And how do you actually, or how did your experience in wrestling in high school and college shape your mindset today?
It really shaped me, just my dedication, how much having to cut weight and everything else. But your mindset really, you really need to focus on, you know, who the competitor is and everything else. And your mindset, just with training, is like when I train my clients, I don't just talk to them about weight loss, diet, nutrition, everything else. I have a mantra that I really kind of go through with my clients, talking to them about keeping a positive attitude and everything else. So it's really important to have a total body, mind, body, and spirit.
Oh, yes, I totally agree with you. And what was that turning moment that made you realize you didn't really want to work for someone else and you start your own business?
I worked with Bally's for a very short time. Some people don't know who Bally's is. They were a fitness company back in the early '90s, but I worked for them for probably about 6 8 months, and I really saw how I was one of the top sales person, and they kept putting all this pressure on me, and I got into fitness to help people, not to be a salesperson. Even though we do sell ourselves, but it's more about it's about the client, not about the sales numbers.
Yeah, exactly. 100% just focusing on the client. And before this call, we talked about how 9/11 actually had an impact on your business. Can you actually tell everyone how that actually affected your journey to where you are today?
Yeah, 9/11. I had a very flourishing business, and then all of a sudden 9/11 hit, and a lot of my clients were falling off, or I have having new clients that came in, and 24 Hour Fitness or some of these other gyms are offering 3 sessions for $99. I couldn't compete with that because of my price point. I wasn't going to lower my value.
Yeah, that makes sense. And what was that turning point that you started to introduce coaching and then online and in person?
A few years ago, right around COVID, is when I came across online coaching. I dabbled with it a little bit, then I found a great coach that really had been doing it for 20 years, and he just really made me realize how you can actually leverage your time for freedom doing it that way. But also, it's really about leveraging who your clients are and being able to pick the clients that you want to work with, not taking everybody and anybody.
Yeah, that makes sense. And when it comes to your ideal clients, can you go more into who they are?
Yeah, my ideal clients are women from the ages of 35 to 50, stay-at-home moms, working professionals, caregivers, even military wives, because every women, especially, they're the last person that take care of themselves. So I want to basically be able to show them that there's another way. Starting out very slowly, taking a walk, looking at what they're eating, and tracking exactly what they're eating. It's all about accountability.
Oh yeah, accountability does is very important. And when it comes to the common struggles that these women in your ideal niche face with their health, what are they?
From high blood pressure to diabetes to high cholesterol, just normal, just stuff that comes for aging. And I can't tell you, that I'm going to make it. It's going to be 100% turnaround. But just working out, you can see the difference between their attitude, mental attitude, as well as just their energy level, being able to chase around their kids and grandkids. That's the biggest thing, is having a healthy and happy lifestyle.
Yeah, that makes sense. And why do you think so many women stop prioritizing their fitness after being adults or adolescents?
I think it comes down with time and priorities. A lot of women, from the get go, they unless they're a high school or college athlete, don't have that. Basically, they don't have that mindset of exercise and diet and everything else. I see it all the time, especially with like my girlfriend. She works a very stressful job, and sometimes she'll prioritize work over her own health and fitness as well. So it's one of those things that you really need to make the time and effort into um, having just making that time. And, and realistically, it's only about 20 minutes per day that you really need. Just to take a walk or some type of exercise. There's lots of home workouts that I can design for my clients as well.
Yeah, that's solid. That's great to be customizable too for your clients. And what's your approach to helping someone who has never really been consistent with fitness and health?
Starting out slow. That's the thing. Is starting out looking at what they what they've done in the past and what they want to be doing. Do they have any injuries and everything else? And from there, I will develop a program, something that is manageable and doable. It doesn't take a whole gym and everything else. You can go to the gym and everything else. I can develop a program for someone that is working out of the gym, but also working out at home as well.
Yeah, that's solid. And what's a powerful transformation story that you've witnessed with one of your clients thus so far?
I One of my favorite clients, not so much transformation. I had one of my clients was had lupus, and it was such a amazing experience for her because it wasn't really about how much weight she lost, but it was about just the action and doing it. And she was one of my favorite clients. Another client that I was just kind of looking through my testimonials last night. I had a client that had lost 20 pounds and lost some inches as well. But she at the beginning she couldn't even do one push up, and then she got to the point where she could actually do 20 push ups. And it was just an amazing experience for her, mentally, not just physically, but mentally as well.
Oh, yeah, that's a drastic change. And I'm glad that you're able to help her out. And what would you say is one piece of advice that you would give to a new coach starting out?
Get a coach. That's the biggest thing. Every coach needs a coach. Make sure that you're fine, getting the right, coaching down because it's like any job and profession. You need to have some guidance and coaches that work with you that know um, how to guide you.
Yeah, having a coach definitely helps. And how has it actually helped you grow personally and professionally?
Professionally, it's really put us basically put giving me goals to set on a daily basis, knowing what to do on a daily basis. I have a whole program that I do every day just to see what I'm so I know exactly what I'm doing every single day. And that's the biggest thing is you got to have goals for a day, week, month, everything.
Yeah, that's solid. And when it comes to the most typical or best advice that you give your clients, what is it?
Best advice. Obviously, if a lot of people feel like that they can't work out today because they're too busy or whatever. Just take a walk. Drink, especially if it's like a hot day. Try not to try to drink as much water as you can so that you don't get dehydrated.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's super solid. And where can those people that would like to become a coachee or a client of yours reach out to you or find you by?
My Instagram is Noah underscore women fitness. That's my Instagram, or direct to my website, which is noahhodginwellness.com.
That's solid. For everyone listening or watching in, make sure to go check out Noah if you would like to get some fitness and health advice. And yeah, I appreciate everyone for listening in. And I'll see everyone in the next episode of Zero to Empire.